the Hyundai Tucson, and this is Ireland's best-selling car. 5% of every new car bought in Ireland this year is one of these, and we can kind of see why. I mean, just look at it. The Tucson was quite a boring car, but we really can't say that about this design, which is absolutely stunning. Hyundai absolutely changed the goalposts when they went to this new model. This latest Tucson is no midlife refresh. This is an entirely new design, dominated by this parametric design, which is what they call this, these dual elements which feature on the front grille and also at the side. There's absolutely no mistaking this car when you see it on the road, and it's really, really striking and really, really imposing. The lights are pretty much invisible during the day, but at night time when those LEDs turn on, it looks really, really spectacular. This is incredibly bold design. So look, should we be surprised that this brand has evolved so much? Well, not really. They've been absolutely knocking it out of the park for about the last 5 or 6 years in Ireland, in Europe and worldwide. And with design like this, you can kind of see why. So on looks alone, it's really not hard to see why this model became so popular. It's incredibly striking. Now, the last one wasn't, but that still was a popular car in Ireland. But this one is just a massive leap forward. You can see those parametric dual designs still continue along the side, but it's really around the front where things get incredibly interesting. This model here, fitted with 19-inch wheels. Now, the only thing I'd say is that they do upset the ride a little bit. I would probably, for this model in particular, choose the slightly smaller wheel. I think you get a better balance between ride and comfort. So just why is this car so popular? Well, look, there's a ton of reasons. First of all, it ticks the major box at the moment of being a family car that looks like a crossover. You know, that design style is number one for a reason. People just like it. They like feeling a little bit higher up. There's plenty of space, front and rear. It's also a massive boot. So, you know, from that aspect, of course, this car is going to be a success, but there's other reasons as well. There's a wide variety of choice with this car. You can have it as a regular diesel, you can have it as a mild hybrid diesel, you can have it as a regular series hybrid, you can have it as a plug-in hybrid. So there's a wide variety of choice, prices and specs. So, you know, you're starting a smidge over 36 grand with the Tucson, and you're going all the way up to, you know, 46 to 48 grand for these top spec hybrid models. Space in the back is generous. I have the double whammy of being both tall and overweight, yet I'm still absolutely comfortable here, and that's with the front seat pushed back the whole way. Luggage space is very generous. There's 620 litres back here, which is probably more than most people need. There's a couple of tethers to keep things tied down, and plus there's also a power supply too. So what about inside in this cabin? Well, look, it is nicely laid out. The design in these models have really, really improved. Hyundai plastics weren't ever the best. There was lots of grey shark skin plastic everywhere. Those days are gone. This quality, these fabrics are really, really first class. There's plenty of power supplies. There's USBs, both 2 of them in the front. I can see 2 of them in the rear here. This center screen, which I'll show you in a cutaway, is very clever. It can be split, and it can also expand out into one screen. There's a wide variety of functions on display here as well. So just a really, really clever system. This hybrid version feels really quite urgent. It's got 230 PS mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's combining the instant torque of a 44.2 kilowatt electric motor with the power output of the 1.6T GDI engine, and the system is paired with a 1.49 kilowatt lithium ion battery. So what is the driving experience of a Tucson? Well, you know what, it's as you might expect. It's particularly comfortable. It's steering is light. It's very, very easy to get used to. You know, it's a nailed on family car. There's nothing too much to think about. You get into it, it works really, really well. This hybrid powertrain is very smooth, and it is powerful. It feels quite urgent. You know, 230 horsepower nowadays might be kind of par for the course, but a few years ago that would have been a really, really good hot hatch. So it does have a lot of power when you kick down, and the fuel economy has been absolutely brilliant. So how about some conclusions? Well, it might be the most obvious thing in the world to say that Ireland's most popular car is actually rather good, but well, it is rather good. You've got German levels of quality, you've got great standard kit. This hybrid powertrain has kind of changed my mind on hybrids. It's really good, and the fuel economy has been excellent. Styling, well look, I mean, if you have eyes you can see that it's nice. I don't think there's too many people who don't, and certainly haven't warmed to this design. It's really, really striking. So look, they've done it again. Hyundai have knocked it out of the park, as I said earlier with this car. It's a great car, and really your choice is just which one to buy. Me, after, you know, I've only driven this one, but I think I probably would go for the hybrid. Maybe wouldn't, I might steer away from the diesel now, but it is the entry version, and look, if you're doing long motorway miles, it's still the one to get. Plug-in hybrid version could be very good, but for me, plug-in hybrid versions work best if you're around the city centre, you're doing those short hops and short commutes, and you can charge it at home. Otherwise, hybrid kind of offers the best of both worlds. So, you know, they've got this one right.